Hey, it's great to be back together again. You know, when we were gone for COVID, you never knew whether we were going to get to meet. I know the flu's going around, but man, it's great to be back together in person. You know, when many of us last met at Officers and Leaders Conference in Rogers several months ago, we were in the middle of a severe drought. Not too long after that, we had some welcome relief followed by another drought. But as always, agriculture in Arkansas has been a challenge, to say the least, and I think most of you would agree with that, especially this year. The theme of our O&L conference, our Officers and Leaders Conference then in Rogers, was Make It Happen. And we even went so far as defining what our it was. Most of you there shared on the large white paper, and I think they have a picture of it, what your it was. As I traveled this fall to the counties and some of your annual meetings, I watched and listened to your annual reports. And what the membership of the county had done through the year. How busy all of you were in helping your communities. And there was a lot of it going on. But our counties, you all here today, are extremely busy doing what you do, serving not only Arkansas Farm Bureau, but serving those in your county, serving those in your community who need help. Sometimes you can't see the forest from the dadgum trees in the way. I think the late, great Coach Bobby Bowden said that. What I mean by that is you're so used to doing good things. When I hear those reports at your annual meetings, you're so used to doing those good things that sometimes it's just a casual mention in your annual report. Think about it. The backpack programs, the countless scholarships handed out to the kids in that community, in those counties, 4-H, FFA, the county fairs across your state, not to mention the hard work that you and your county boards do. They give their precious personal time to make this organization go. You know, if you stop and try to wrap your mind around how many hours of service the people just in this room have given to our grassroots Farm Bureau, it's mind-boggling. Even to add on to that, just tally the thousands of hours of all those that have served before us. Wow. I don't know about you all, but I'm certainly indebted to all those people that have put Farm Bureau on the map and served before us. So that brings us to the theme of this conference. And as you well know, and you've seen all of this stuff around the convention center, the theme of our conference is Make It Matter. So when the staff told me about Make It Matter, my first answer to that was, we've been doing that for 90 years. We, as Arkansas Farm Bureau, have been making it matter since the mid-30s, helping bring electricity to rural Arkansas. That was a big deal. All the way to today, to getting high-speed internet in those same rural areas. If you think about that dash in the middle, if you think about what Farm Bureau has done between those two issues, quite frankly, it's a lot of it's. A lot of it's. Making it matter has been a common thread with this organization for decades. It's one of the reasons that you'll see the images of yourselves, a lot of you all, making it matter all over the convention center. Our staff has done a wonderful job of dressing up the convention center, and they're using the famous people of yourselves in doing that. Let's give them a hand. Y'all have done a great job. So I'm going to ask for some help today from some Farm Bureau members who are making it matter all over the state. So first of all, one of our most important committees that we have in Farm Bureau probably do more for more people than any other committee that we have. And that's the Women's Leadership Committee. They do so much, but their help and their contribution to the Ronald McDonald House really stands out. And they're helping me here today being on stage. Our women have been doing great work there for many years. They are providing food and care to families that have sick children at the Arkansas Children's Hospital. Think about that. Sometimes these families are battling dire circumstances. Can you imagine the mindset these families have during perhaps some of the most challenging times in their lives? Through so many donations, our women are there for them. Thank you to our leadership of our Women's Leadership Committee. You all have been making it matter. Let's give them a hand. Next up, Logan County. And most of you know Logan County is a little bit different than our county. We have a North Logan County and we have a South Logan County Farm Bureau. But what you don't know is that their counties have come to one. And they've come together through their Women's Committee, again through their Women's Committee, to feed hungry people. They alternate years and have a program that feeds needy people in both North and South Logan County. They do that through a program they call the Blessing Box. It was all started by one hungry boy that got a cheeseburger from one of their board members. Think about that. So a whole big program that united this county was all started by one hungry boy that one of the board members said, I've got to help him. Keith Eichenberger, the agency manager, says it just took off from there. Carol and Robert Lloyd, Don and Beth Ulrich helped so much with this box. Brian Weisenfeld's here and others. These folks working together help so many. This is truly a blessing. Thank you all. Now I'm going to be a little bit of a homer. So Lonoke County, my home county, they're a leader in the state of the backpack program. They fill those school children's backpacks, and you all are familiar with those. They fill school kids' backpacks with food and send them home for the weekends. And other times school is closed. Just so those kids and their siblings, a lot of them are not alone, don't go hungry over the weekend or times when they can't get a meal at the school. I'm so proud of my county, but there are so many other counties around the state doing this also. I know Barbara Miller, our agency manager's wife, Clint Miller, our agency manager, Hal Hillman, my brother, former president, and Robbie Beavis, former president. I think Robbie got in a fight with a ski lift or something, but he limped out here. But all of them have made it with our county members, have made the backpack program matter. You know, since 2015, almost $50,000 has been donated to 4 school districts in the county. To all those hungry kids, it surely matters. Let's give them a hand. Thank you all. You know, most of you know, in a rural community, the churches and schools are the heartbeat of those towns. Wouldn't you agree? So, an idea that we trace back to an agency manager who we think, through our archives, was the first to start the Farm Bureau Football Award. You all have seen these, and they're all over the state now. They're not just football, but they're also basketballs and maybe even some soccer balls. But Reed Camp, agency manager who we found to be one of the first to recognize these players. Some of them go on to play college sports, not very many of them. But most of them stay in their communities, and for that game, they were the difference maker. They get their picture in the paper, they're on social media, but receiving that football means the world to them for years. And after their high school career, they've got that thing. They put it on the mantle, show their grandkids, and brag what kind of player and how many games they won. Reed told me just this year, after posting a player of the game in the football giveaway, they posted it on social media. I think Reed told me a couple of posts. They received over 12,000 views on that post, and that's incredible for a $40 football. Reed, thank you so much. Now here's a good one. Here is a good one. We also want to recognize Ronnie McFarland, agency manager from White County. Ronnie's first career, most of you know this, I know a lot of the agents do, Ronnie's first career was a football coach. And he recognized many years ago how the rural communities again rally around their beloved football team. And he proudly sponsors the high school game of the week on Central and North Central Arkansas radio. Folks, he pays that expense out of his own pocket. He doesn't want me to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that because he wants Farm Bureau's name to be synonymous, not with just those football games, but those communities which get together during those games. Ronnie's been doing this, and he's been doing a lot of other things, making it matter for years for Arkansas Farm Bureau. Ronnie, thank you. Stage is getting crowded, isn't it? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Clark County, guided by the longtime leader, Troy Buck. That was his home county. They give, listen to this, folks, they give $10,000 in scholarships annually. $10,000 annually to the young people in their communities in that county that want to study agriculture or other subjects in college. As many of you know, Mr. Buck passed away in August, but his service to agriculture included 55 years as a teacher and trusted FFA advisor. His impact will continue to be felt for decades through the generous scholarship program that assists deserving students from Clark County. I think his brother Jerry is here. Thank y'all. Derek Helms and others there. Derek's got a little help there. Maybe a future scholarship winner. Thank you all, Clark County, for all the good things that you do. Folks, we're so blessed, and you all know that, to have the men and women who make up our insurance company. I know that we recognize them from time to time, and we'll have some recognition tomorrow, but I can't stress to you enough the caliber of individuals who make up Arkansas Farm Bureau Insurance. You know them. You all deal with them all the time in your county. They provide a great service to all of us every day, but some days They provide that help that no other insurance company does. You all know that. That personal service is just different than any other company that you deal with. But what you're probably unaware of is that our company gives back. They have invested in our state for decades. Probably didn't know that. But recently, they were recognized for the Outstanding Corporation Philanthropy Partner of the Year after being nominated by that award from our friends at the Arkansas Food Banks that serve so many. Never-ending donations of our staff's time at the food bank in Little Rock to the generous donations that they have made in the name of our Farm Bureau. We are different. We make it matter. Kevin, thank you so much for what you all do. Thank y'all. Thank y'all again. Thank you so much. Wow, what a story. What a group of people. You know, there's so many more stories, so many more people in this room, so many more people before us out in our communities that have done the same great things that we've recognized here today. I know a lot of you all have done that. I wish we could recognize all of you up here on stage, but hopefully we can start to bring those good things to the attention of more folks outside our circle. Again, all of you all are the ones making it matter by doing the great things that you do. You know, Farm Bureau, we always talk about our challenges, whether it's the impending farm bill or major league concern for the serious avian influenza situation, and I know a lot of you know about that we have right now in Arkansas. We talk about those challenges. But Arkansas Farm Bureau, we help agriculture with those challenges each and every day. But can you imagine, with all that we've got going on right now, can you imagine what our challenges are going to be in the next 20 years? Not just next year, but the next 20 years. So on the stage joining me today are the leaders from FFA and 4-H from across our state. Let's give them a hand. Thank y'all. I know some of the 4-H people are out doing other things, but we thank all of you all for what you do. So, telling this story today is all important to our future tomorrow. Telling the story today is so important for tomorrow. Their future. These folks behind me, their future. The future of Farm Bureau, even the future of agriculture in Arkansas, making it matter is a great cliche, isn't it? But a deeper dive into that meaning of the last word matter, to me the last word matter is the sincerity involved in doing the great things that our Farm Bureau does. That sincerity that each of you have in doing all these great things, those are the things that matter. It matters today, and it matters for these young leaders in the future. Again, at Officers and Leaders, this summer I told you we were going to, in essence, market this good stuff that we all do, that you all do. Our staff is doing their due diligence in getting smarter and gathering information and disseminating that good stuff to more people than ever. More people than ever, casting our nets wider. This job, though, we can't do it alone. It takes all of you to help. And like always, you all will answer that call. There's no doubt. We have again all of those challenges coming at us now and in the near future. And I say we, not just Farm Bureau. Sure, we've got a lot of challenges, but agriculture as a whole. Many of these issues will be discussed in the breakout session. They'll be discussed in our open hearing. They'll be discussed Friday. But I need to confirm to you today, the members of Arkansas Farm Bureau, that our organization is doing more than we ever have before. Not only that, not only are we doing more, but we are as strong as we've ever been. And the reason is because of all those people that were up on stage with me today. The main reason is all of you all sitting here today. You're the reason that we are going to be successful. The people that are not here today, that are tending their farms and ranches, they're the reason why we're going to be successful. Our grassroots process that has flourished for decades, and you all know it, it's the tie that binds. It's no secret that that's our engine that makes this organization run. Our policy development process that concludes on Friday has been going on a long time this year. It's something that no other groups have, and it makes us strong. It's our horsepower. We will always have our foundation, our core beliefs. We'll never get rid of those. But the speed of which we operate, we have to be more efficient. We will have to have more and more horsepower to do the job. You know, all the folks that were up here with me on stage earlier, all of you all here today, the young folks that just left the stage, that's our horsepower that will pull our plow to meet all of our challenges head on. You know, Farm Bureau is more than any individual. It's more than a small collective group. It's about all of us. It's made up of good people that truly do good stuff. Arkansas Farm Bureau is made up of special people that absolutely make it matter. God bless all the people that were up on the stage today, especially the young leaders. God bless the farmers and ranchers across our state and across our nation that feed so many hungry people. Thank you all for coming. We look forward to a good annual meeting.